everything else. Guys, this is Dr. Pirani. He's the head physician over at Clinical Urology Associates here in Gadsden. Fixture in the community. His kids went to Westbrook Christian School with my daughters. One graduated in my daughter's class just this last year, so they're all gone now,
They
right?
are gone.
Everybody's
Empty
gone.
nester now.
Well, almost. I've still got three. Anyway, but Doctor, it's this is something that you've been a part of. Your Casting for Cancer tournament. It's going on Saturday, this Saturday the 5th, out of Coosa Landing. It's a fundraiser and an awareness tournament, correct?
Correct.
For
Man Up Gadsden.
And tell us about Man Up Gadsden. Tell them about what the whole process is and what you're trying to bring awareness to and how the whole thing got started.
Right. Well, being a urologist and the largest group in Northeast Alabama, really the only urologist in Northeast Alabama, we've really felt a responsibility to the community to get the word out men's health. As you two guys know, we do not like to talk about our health.
No.
And women, on the other hand, will talk
about everything.
There you go. And which to their benefit. Yeah. They get more of the dollars for research. Unlike gentlemen, we don't want to talk about prostate cancer, number one cancer of men, or testicular cancer, number one cancer of young men. Really? And so we felt obligated to get the word out, to go to the high schools, to teach the young men about testicular self-exams, and men to get their checkup with their prostate exams as well. And so Man Up Gadsden is that exactly, for us to educate the young men and older men about their number one cancers, but also the financial burden that having these diseases will cause. So 100% of the money from the Casting for Cancer tournament goes towards Man Up Gadsden, which is a nonprofit organization. All donations are tax deductible. We started this 8 years ago. Our first tournament was, it brings a smile to my face because it was not run too well. We had like 17 boats. We have since grown. We average anywhere from 80 to a little over 100 boats now. So we've grown quite a bit. Our sponsorship, wonderful sponsors that we've had, from Team One Toyota to Gadsden Eye Associates to the oncologists in town, Dr. Castillo and Dr. Harrison Radiology, wonderful sponsors who are with us year in and year out to help us put it on. We give away a lot of money at the tournament, usually well over $13,000 in guaranteed prizes. This all comes from the sponsors and the entry fees. But we try to make it a family event. Unfortunately, this year with the virus, we've had to tailor it down just a little bit. We're giving away Man Up Gadsden buffs, so for all the fishermen, so we can at least cover up while you're weighing in. But we're still taking registration. You can do it at Clinical Urology Associates. It's a urology office right in front of Gadsden Regional up until tomorrow night. You can, up until Friday at noon. Take that back. And then Saturday morning, you definitely can sign up as well. We'll take credit cards up until Saturday morning, but Saturday morning, there's no Wi-Fi there, so won't be able to take credit cards Saturday morning. That'll just be cash and check only for that. But we'd love to have everybody. You know, it's interesting. You mentioned, Dano, that why I get started. Well, I got a call as I was driving here from a gentleman from Coleman, and I hope he's watching. He had a brother that died of prostate cancer, and he doesn't fish much, so he's taking his son with him. Those are the stories I love to hear. Now, we have everything from very seasoned anglers down to guys like that that'll show up in a small boat that usually do not fish, but are doing it for the right reasons. And that's what I love to see. And that's why we do it.
Well, that's the thing. You know, I fished it last year, my first time getting to fish it, because usually I'm traveling. Last year happened to work out for me. I'm planning on fishing it this year if we can make everything work out schedule-wise around here. But I think anybody that signs up for that, the majority of people that sign up to do something like this, they're here for the right reasons. And I'm sure you've seen plenty of times where somebody won money and turned around and said, let's leave this in the kitty. And that's the kind of stuff that really starts to warm hearts when you see, be it a Casting for Cancer tournament or, youth foundation type things, or, intellectually disabled adults and fundraisers, and people turn around and give their winnings back or add their raffle prize back into it. That kind of stuff is real heartwarming. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of that. You said that this was kind of a project to start with your son.
It was. Going to Westbrook Christian School, they had to do community service. Man Up Gadsden was just getting started. We needed a fundraiser. He needed community service, and we both like to fish. What better way? Let's start up 8 years ago, let's start up a bass tournament. And it was slow going at first. I really didn't know the ins and outs and who to call and what to do. But we have grown dramatically, and it's really from community support. Like Bucks Island has been wonderful to us. Every year they've been with us, really, since the beginning.
Well,
So,
and we do have, our involvement here is just to kind of be a support. I know that. But I know that we're doing a special award for $1,000 for the highest finishing skeeter. But this event also qualifies for not only Skeeter real money, but also for Bucks cash. So if someone had, any of our customers that bought a boat 2015 and newer, I believe, from Bucks Island is eligible for the $1,000 prize. Right. And then the Bucks cash, if someone had purchased a 2020 from us or 2019 and they're registered for Skeeter real money and Bucks cash, then you're talking about a potential of $8,000 from the two of them combined on top of whatever winnings that you had. We wanted to make sure that was sanctioned for both of those things at the beginning of the year. So we went to Skeeter and asked them to sanction it. And we did it last year as well. And then to put it into Bucks cash too. It's just one of those tournaments we wanted to be behind as well.
Wonderful.
Because what do you have without your community, right?
Sure.
What do you have? You got a bunch of people running around trying to be individuals, and that's not what we're about here. So,
so I will make a plug and make sure. So to find you, if you're watching this video, I've got the Facebook. Particularly if you're watching it on Facebook, the easiest thing would be jump over to Gadsden for Cancer. They've got links to everything to get signed up. You can download the registration forms, all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. If you're on YouTube, you can either jump over to Facebook or head straight to, let's see, what is your website? If you head straight over to Man Up Gadsden, I think under the events tab, you can get in there real easy and get access to everything.
Yeah, there's a link to download and print your registration form. I know you can take it over there. You could probably even scan and email it and call a credit card in over the phone if you had to.
You can, all the above.
There's a lot going on this time of the year, this year in particular. What kind of steps have you had to think, because we've had barbecues and Skeeter beans and raffle prizes and all kinds of stuff. What's it going to look like this year, and how are we going to build that sense of community in the tournament?
Well, it's a little more challenging, with the virus and the state mandates. What we're asking is, as you come in, go ahead and park your truck and trailer, make your way over to the Broad Street Bridge, and underneath the bridge, we'll have up to 10 tables there where you can sign up for the bass tournament. We ask you, we'll give you a buff at that time. We ask you to pull it up with the volunteers there to keep them safe. Go back to your boat. We'll have a boat check as you're putting in. Once you're in, the Marine Police will be there kind of escorting you underneath, back under the Broad Street Bridge on the water side. When you come back in for the day, weigh-ins can only be one angler. And we got this from the Alabama Bass Trail. That was their recommendation for us to do. And so one of the anglers would come in and weigh in. Again, wear your buff, pull it up over your face while you're weighing in. We love to have the community there, but this year, unfortunately, we can't. We've always had Bucks beans, Skeeter beans there. They're not going to be able to be there this year for the tournament. But, take pictures around the stage. We want you there, but we ask you to keep social distancing recommendations there.
This has been typically the time of the year that you've done this around Labor Day weekend.
Always, this Saturday, Labor Day Saturday we have.
You're one of the few tournaments that's been able to keep your date. A lot of tournaments have juggled. In fact, there's one going on this week that ends on Friday, gratefully, right before you guys.
I think the city was very good to us about it. I think the city said you can't have Saturday because of Casting for Cancer, which was very nice to us.
And hey, we love seeing all the tournaments here, but it's nice to see the home brew get taken care of a little bit.
They took care of us. They did. I do want to add, before I forget, for the non-seasoned anglers that are out there, because we have some good ones and we have some startups. We did add a category, and Dr. Catanzaro from the Eye Associates, I have to give him a shout out for this one. He wanted a category himself. And so he donated a lot of money. And so we are offering $500 for the smallest bass. It has to be a 12-inch bass. And he's an eye doctor, and he thought it was quite funny that, if your eyesight's not that good, you'd know that the smallest bass. So there is a $500 for the smallest bass, $500 for the biggest spotted bass. This is a type of bass. And then $1,000 for the largest bass. Those are guaranteed payouts there.
What's the biggest fish you can remember seeing come through the scales?
It was a 711. 7-Eleven. It was a very large, nice largemouth. Young man caught. Now actually he's on the pro circuit.
Okay.
West Logan.
Oh,
He
West
caught that.
did it?
He was with his
Oh,
dad.
all right.
He's
And
one of
actually,
our-
we had a father-son team one year. They won the father-son team, and he won large bass. Yeah, said he's a fantastic young man.
Wes is one of our pro staffers here at
Yeah.
Bucks Island.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
Good guy.
So
Very-
we normally get questions. Have you been out fishing lately? What's the bite like?
He doesn't get to fish anymore because he's
Well,
busy running a
not as
tournament.
much as I'd like.
Okay.
My boat is actually at Auburn with my oldest son right now. So,
Oh,
Well, we need to
Scooter
take care of that.
and so, as far as the bite, it's going to be cooler towards the end of the week, which is
It is.
nice. There's a cold front coming through. So we're looking at blast off temperatures around the mid to upper 60s, which hopefully will stimulate some fish. So
yeah.
that's what we're hoping.
Biggest thing would be current.
Yes.
Yeah, and we've had some rains lately. I don't know if it's done enough to really make the current go crazy, but that would be the biggest thing that would be the biggest impact. I just hope that everybody has a good time. I fished with Brian Latimer last year, just kind of worked out to what we were doing around here. Brian had to be here for something. I asked if he'd fish it. That was one of the more enjoyable just fishing tournament days because it was just all goof. It was all fun. You guys may have seen the video, but caught several more drum than bass that day. And I think we weighed in like 7 pounds, maybe. It might even have been 6 pounds, but it was just a lot of fun. And for me, as much as I love fishing hardcore tournaments, I take these as fun tournaments. And these are the ones that you get to just enjoy. In fact, I don't even really practice for a tournament like this. I just go out and try to figure it out on the water, just because to me it's about the event. It's about what you're trying to do. Absolutely. And supporting that. If you happen to get stupid and catch a bunch of big ones, then great, you did well. But that's just what it's about to me. How many of these have you gotten to fish yourself before you had to stop? And
the first one. That's it.
it.
And then from the second year on to this is the 8th annual. I've just being tournament director. There's always issues that come up, and make sure everybody's safe on the water. I'm usually doing that. My wife Connie does most of the work behind the scenes,
as they usually do. My wife runs the household and tells me what I don't do.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
Uh-oh. We got Paul Benson jumping in. How about a giveaway rod for Saturday?
Oh, I think Paul, we're happy to facilitate that. If you want to give away a casting rod, Paul, we will take one to the tournament to give out, and then you can just replace it for us. How's that? Would love to see that, and I'm sure Dr. Pirani would love to see that as well.
That would be good.
Yeah, Paul Benson's from Casting Rod.
Oh, is he? Yeah, that'd be great.
Lives just over the border in Georgia, and I think he's got some other little project going on. I'm not some tournament or something like that.
What's his answer?
I'll drop a Casting Elite rod by Thursday afternoon.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome, Paul.
Thank you.
Well, if it's not here, Paul, we'll facilitate it. We'll give him one of our stock, and we'll just actually, why don't we just do that? We'll just give him one here, and I'll text you and let you know which one it is, and you can send it to us. How's that? So, and then maybe, Paul, what do we want to? Paul, you select what prize you want that to go towards. First out of the money.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
First out of the money. Okay,
because they're always the saddest folks. They're right out of the money.
Why don't we do first out of the money?
We're paying out 1 in 5.
All right.
So it'd be the next one down.
All right. Doing business here on the internet.
That's good.
All right.
That's good.
But Paul, you're still welcome to come over here Thursday. I think it's been a while since he's been over to the shop. So.
I think Paul forgot who we are.
Oh,
until we go online.
Oh, don't give him a hard time.
He could actually come fish the tournament.
Sure. Yeah. How about the caching guys coming to fish the tournament?
Oh, Billy Egan. That's he runs the U.S. Open, the One Bass U.S. Open out there. He runs a great tournament as well. One of the oldest and most prestigious tournaments in the country, but in the West Coast.
Fantastic.
And that's neat to see Billy on here. He's a good friend. We jokingly call him Spicoli when we're on the live broadcast for the U.S. Open.
Oh.
These are great comments there.
I think we're.
Are you saying you want to give away a $600 an AM entry fee to the U.S. Open, Bill? If that's what you want to do, we will certainly do that. That's a prize that can be done.
Yes.
It's, for me, I moved here in 2014, and to see the fishing community have so many people around that give back all the time, and it happens across the country. It's not unique to here, but there is so much participation in trying to raise not only awareness but funds and those kinds of things. It's just been amazing to me. Oh well, look, there you go.
Yes,
Dr. P, you got a $600 AAA entry to the WON Bass U.S. Open at Lake Mead.
Wow.
For the 2021 U.S. Open. So
fantastic.
Anybody that,
thank you, sir.
They'd have to do their airfare and everything like that out there. But that is, I've covered that tournament now since 2012. We do a live show out there. This year is going to be a little bit different because of COVID and everything else going on. But Lake Mead is one of the most unique fisheries. You've heard Rick Clunn say it's the most fair fishery in the country. There is no such thing as a home field advantage when you fish Lake Mead. But you also hear people say how spiritual it is out there. And I'm a Christian guy myself. So what I see when the sun comes up in those desert canyons is I just see God's fingerprints all over everything. And the way the colors show up. And the first time I saw it, it was kind of took my breath away the first time I got to see it. And but that is one of the most unique tournaments out there. It's a shared weight deal. So they get paired over 3 days with a different pro, and they get to share all their weights. And the AAA can win up to $50,000-$60,000, and Billy's been running that for a while. So you got another prize. We'll give that one to. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. Let me think about that for just a minute.
So we're giving away a couple of T-shirts. I guess right now.
Yes.
So guys, drop a comment, a question.
I'm gonna pick a rod. We'll just pick a rod right now.
All right.
And drop a comment or question, and we'll pick a couple of random winners for a couple of T-shirts.
Mm-hmm. These are nice T-shirts. These are Casting for Cancer T-shirts. We come out with different one every year.
And
this year
people do crazy stuff for free T-shirts.
They do.
So, all right. Brian said, "See, that's what it's all about. You guys rock. Just need to help." Get that. It's a win-win for everyone. It's fun to do charity events.
Yeah. They mentioned before the show, when we first sat down, if anybody had clean questions for a urologist that they wanted to ask, I'm more than welcome to answer any of those questions as well. But this is a family show, so we have to keep it clean. But I was going to tell a little bit more about Man Up Gadsden. Like I said, there's 3 charity events for Man Up. Man Up is, like I said, takes care of Northeast Alabama with men's health because in getting the word out. But there is coming up in the first Saturday of November is Dash for the Stash, which is a 5K. We go out of Blackstone downtown, okay. So it kind of shows off downtown Gadsden is what it is. It's a 5K around downtown Gadsden. And our big fundraiser is the second Friday of June. Unfortunately, this year because of the virus, we couldn't have it. But it's called the Blue Ball, and the Blue Ball is we close down a certain section of downtown, and it's a great event, and we raise a lot of money that way. So those are the 3 events for Man Up Gadsden.
Well, I'm curious how many folks that follow us and our customers for us are into that whole running thing too.
I was going to say, I'm certainly not going to sign up for the 5K yet.
Well, that's why we had the bass.
Is it a walk run 5K?
Here you go, Doc. This is a Cashin Elite 7'6" flipping rod.
Fantastic.
Paul, that's what we're going to give away on behalf of Cashin Rods.
Very nice.
It comes with the rod sock and everything, so you can put that in your prize pack. And
I will.
That's a very unique rod, very good feeling with that carbon fiber grip. So build a nice product.
The first angler out of the money.
First angler out of the money.
Very good. Yeah, that's good.
First team out of the money they can fight over. It's a $180 rod. They can fight over who does what.
Nice rod.
They can use it every other weekend or something.
Right.
Trade it off. Have a custody agreement on the fishing rod.
All right. Well, I'm not seeing any more questions coming in.
What do we do with the AAA prize for the WON Bass U.S. Open 2021? What do we do that for?
Is that a winner from the tournament? Or?
This tournament.
Yeah.
That gets to go back there, and they'll cover the entry fee. He'll have to fly and get his room and everything, but
$600 entry fee.
Yeah, it's a $600 entry fee. Let's give that to
somebody that wants a trip to Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the best way to do this that's unique and fun. Ideas, guys. Come on.
Well,
Smallest fish.
No,
we
they're already $500
$500
on that.
Yeah, that would have been a good one. I don't know. You hate to give it to one that won the $5,000 first prize. They've already won enough.
What about somebody that brings in like a non-bass species?
Oh goodness! But that's part of the five. Remember, we only have to have 5 on the boat. They'd have
But
to
it's a non-bass. It doesn't count in the limit. That might be the biggest.
We'll have
that's
some ugly fish.
You'd have to weigh everything
Your drums
else
would
in.
show up.
You'd have to weigh everything else in then too. We could just
announce it that night.
We could just do a random pairing, a random draw for it.
That's what we'll do.
We'll just do a random draw. That way everybody's got a chance at it, and we'll just we can just pull that day, and we'll just say that's what it is, and then.
And if they can't make it, we'll draw another one.
Right.
We'll just keep doing it.
And that's October of 2021, so I'll have plenty of time to be able to figure that out. But thank you, Bill. That's
awful nice.
That's awesome. Really cool. That's really cool.
That is awesome.
Anything else? Any other thoughts?
Just many people as can. Let's go fishing this weekend. Saturday, we're blasting off. Should be a little bit before 6 a.m. I'll be on the Marine Police boat. Kind of keeps everybody organized. And we'll start with one and just blast them all off. And your little card, your boat number, your comeback, your weigh-in time will be on your boat card. And we'd love to see you out there.
Pretty cool. Thanks for coming and spending some time with us.
Well, sure. Thanks for having me. Y'all were wonderful.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us, for hanging out. And yeah, if you're not doing anything Saturday, head on out there and go fish a tournament. Have fun. Bring awareness.
It's a good cause. It is.
Yeah, it is.
And
anytime we can help people survive for their families, and that's a great thing.
Maybe the bite's going to get a little more fun here on Neely here.
We'll find out with the Toyota series here this week. You're gonna see
what the bags are.
Top-notch anglers kind of see what's going to happen.
All right.
See what the bite's like. So, but you're going to have some top-notch anglers in that too. We always do. So, in the Casting for Cancer tournament, there's always good anglers that fish that deal. So,
well, how about this? This will be over on Facebook and our YouTube. So, let's call it the next 24 hours. Go in, whoever likes, drops a comment, and shares. Then we're going to go pick those 2 T-shirts. We'll do that tomorrow, and we'll get you your 2 T-shirts. So even if you missed it live, and I'll cover all that in the text in the description on the Facebook post and all that kind of good stuff. So, but y'all go check it out. If you can't fish the tournament, are there other ways to donate?
Oh, absolutely. On the webpage, Man Up Gadsden, you can donate.
Okay.
Clinical urology, my office, you can always come by there as well. And it is a tax deductible donation as well.
Okay.
And I just figured out the U.S. Open. Since it's a $600 entry fee, the highest finishing team out of the money that their weight ends in 0-0, we'll give it to that team.
Oh, that's deep. Okay.
So that way it's not going into the payout prize. It's somebody that's down.
Doctor, not a mathematician.
Oh, well,
that's why he has other people around him. We'll just look at it at the end of it and we'll award it then.
I don't know if you know who the MC is. I don't know if he's a mathematician either, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. There you go.
Michael will just look at the standings and go, that's him right there.
No. All right. I think I'm going to be here working because we're.
I'm a U.S. Army veteran and would be honored to fish this event. That's a good comment right there.
Hey.
We'd love to have the veterans. Someone just commented on it. Absolutely.
Mr. Garrison, where are you from, sir? That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get a little delay in asking that question.
That's because of people like me that they have delays. It's called the dump button.
We don't have the hyper internet yet, so it takes a bit. Yeah, let us know where you're coming from.
I can tell you stories about some of the money we've used.
Absolutely.
Some of that
so
stuff.
Some of the money, goes for unfortunate older men that have had prostate cancer that can't afford some of the treatments they have. But we've even taken it a step further because it's a local charity run by local folks and 100% of the money goes locally. We don't have to ask the American Cancer Society or other bigger organizations for money. this is another reason we started locally, because we did in the past ask, and we usually got the comment, we don't have any allotted for Alabama. It's a national event. And so we got tired of hearing that comment. So another one of the reasons we like it local is this case that happened within the last 6 months or so. It was starting to get hot, late spring. This gentleman was going back and forth getting his radiation therapy and chemotherapy, and was having severe hot flashes, which is one of the side effects for prostate cancer treatment. And he couldn't afford his utility bill, his air conditioning bill, which we covered. See what I mean? So we have the leeway to use it for these kind of things as well.
That's cool.
And
bought
a set of tires. Yeah, it's about a set of tires for someone coming back and forth for radiation treatment. So we have a lot more leeway than going to a national
Very
program.
Cool. So hold on real quick. Christopher's in Ider.
Yes, I know Ider well.
Ider, Alabama.
Mhm.
It's not too far if you want to come up, buddy.
Yeah, come fish.
Love to have you.
We would love to see you. Of course, we really respect your service, and just love the fact that you're willing to protect the rest of us.
Well,
and
as
Michael is,
Originally
as
from
a
North
as a
Mississippi.
Navy guy, I'd say we need to double the entry fee for an Army guy.
I'm sure
but,
they'd have plenty to say about,
Yeah,
especially
I'm sure,
Marines.
I'm sure. But hey, I'm on this side of the camera and he
There you
can't
go.
say it. So, no, love to have you. That'd be awesome.
Well, if he's from North Mississippi, he knows fishing, because there's sardis, tunica, there's lots of things.
Yes.
Good fishing up there.
What's typical at the end of the event? What's typical donation to Man Up Gadsden look like?
Well, we'll pull in, hopefully, because we give away $13,000. We
Yeah.
hopefully in the low 20s is what we use.
Jeez.
So it does help out quite a bit.
All right.
Especially if you're able to be flexible and meet people's needs at more than just here where this is going to the hospital, because the hospital, $20,000 is getting eaten up like that.
Get too fast. This
Yeah.
is specifically for individual and men. This is for men. This is definitely a men's cause. Not that we're anti-women. We just feel like there's not enough out there for strictly men.
Well, you ready to wrap this thing up?
I think so. We appreciate everybody chiming in. Get out there. If you can't fish it, go donate, support it. I mean, you heard it right here. You know exactly where the money's going. It's not getting tied up into a bunch of bureaucracy, and getting used right here in the local area. So, what did he say?
You don't know if you fish with the Navy guy.
I'll be there with bells on.
Oh.
My grandfather passed from testicular cancer.
There you go.
That's awesome.
See, that's what we love to hear right there.
Well, make sure you check in with any of us that are there on Saturday. If you come up a day early, come here to the loft. If you want to, we'll get you as much information as we can about the lake, to be able to help you. And we're here too for information for the tournament here at Bucks Island, here in the loft. We just goof around and play in the entertainment business over here, and Dr. Pirani here is over there doing real work.
Yeah.
So he'll answer whatever questions he can, but we're here to help too. Well, Doc, thanks so much for coming
Sure,
over and spending some
absolutely.
time with us.
Hey,
and
thanks for having
doing
me.
this.
It's wonderful.
Well,
And
we got you a rod out of this.
yeah, you
so-
sure
and
did.
the US
And
Open
and
entry
US
fee.
Open,
Thanks,
you
Billy.
can't beat that.
So guys, we're going to get out of here, go grab some lunch, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody this Saturday over at Coosa Landing.
You can sign up that morning or come by clinical urology prior to that.
All right. Well, thanks so much. We will talk to you guys later. Thanks.